matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a...
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ellis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And an alley to run. And he's brought down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 81 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. 18 yards there and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll set up a throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They run the counter now on first down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the... So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
This fielded at the 2. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet, just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And a gain there of 11 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue left.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure. Fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Just put it away.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way in the next down.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it.
Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
All right, here we go.
They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now let's go. Leopard.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
11 more on that one and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Detroit. Detroit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 50 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. From the 4, it's second and goal. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. That's a tough one not to hang on to on third and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up fourth down.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. He'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go. Blue 19.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ellis. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A gain of 39 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always had the confidence that they just got their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went. That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game. That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Looking to throw, escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right
now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Here we go now. Green 30
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now here's a carry heading left. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that is incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ellis. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that lead. And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that'll be incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Time for a break. And now another one thrown incomplete. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. The decision to go for it pays off. And now they're set up 1st and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And this is incomplete. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Packers are going to win this football game. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. Still going. Now he lost the football. But I think he got it back. He did. So it was a great return, and they're able to maintain possession to keep the football.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 4. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now they try the right side here. Oh, nice move. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.